When looking at iPhone 8 cases, is there a big difference between the cases that cost $50 to $60 and the ones that cost $10 to $15? If all you're looking for is just something to protect the beautiful glass on the back of your brand new iPhone 8, the answer is no. But there is a sweet spot when it comes to just cheap cases, and I'll share with you what that sweet spot is. The best iPhone 8 or iPhone 7 case, technically, under $15 in my opinion, is the Silk Innovation BaseGrip. For $12, you get an incredibly textured case, which improves the handling of your slick iPhone, and the bonus is that it comes with a screen protector. Again, $12. Awesome. If you're looking for a cheap, clear iPhone case, go with the Ringke Fusion. Sure, the handling isn't great, but it is drop rated and it only costs $10. The Silk Innovations Pureview is also a good choice if you don't mind the design on the back of that case. If you need more details or need a side-by-side comparison of all these cases on this list, do check out the review tables on my website.
Real usage, real reviews. MobileReviewsA.ca.
So in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a top 10 list, as well as a couple of small rants on some of these cases that I actually spent money on. At Mobile Reviews A, Monty and I base all our reviews on actual usage. For this video, Monty went through every case that we had for the iPhone 7 and 8. He looked up the prices and picked out all the cases under $15. Monty then decided that there wasn't enough cases under $15, so he told me to buy 10 more cases on Amazon. In this video, I've got cases from iBlazon, Tech Armor, Ringke, Jet Tech. I got cases from Snugg, High Orange, Silk Innovation, and Amazon Basics. Don't get this case is awful. I also have products from Spigen, Patchworks, and Poetic. And last but not least are products from Kokomi, Accessor, Market, and this case that has no name, but the guy who sold it to me is Zhang Zing. And when it comes to iPhone cases, there's a good chance there's probably nobody else on YouTube that has reviewed as many cases as I have. I'm very, very thorough. I've reviewed hundreds and hundreds of them, and I've run them all through my scoring system so I can keep the comparisons, well, based in fact, we'll say. But as a frame of reference, the average score for an iPhone case on my site is 3.8 A's out of 5. So that's an average iPhone case, gets a score of 3.8. Number 10 goes to the Tech Armor FlexProtect. This case gets a score of 3.7, which means it's below average. When compared to other cases on this list, the FlexProtect is a bit thicker and the rubberized edges aren't as grippy as other cases. Plastic back is going to show fingerprinting quite easily, but it is raised, so putting the case on a flat surface won't scuff it up. I would have given this case a higher score, but Tech Armor decided to just repackage their iPhone 7 case for the iPhone 8 without taking into account the updated logo position. Number 9 goes to Poetic Quarterback. This is another case that gets a score of 3.7. I will say that this is the first of 3 Poetic cases in this list. Poetic does do a good job of making decent products at a good price. With a score of 3.7, it's again below average, with the handling of the case bringing it down. The Quarterback is quite slick and will slide around on its back. The slick back also doesn't help the handling of the iPhone in the case. And let's face it, you do need a decent handling case to ensure that your $1,000 iPhone just doesn't go slipping out of your hand. And I guess that's another thing to think about is, do you really want to spend as very little money as possible to protect your iPhone? Give that some thought. Number 8 goes to the Caseology Skyfall. Now this is the first case on this list that I would personally consider using. It handles well, has a raised back, and doesn't have a cutout on the back, so getting the iPhone 7 version of this case for your iPhone 8 is, well, probably a good idea, because it might be cheaper. The silver part of the case in this video is coated with a soft rubber coating, which helps with the handling of your iPhone. The silver part also extends past the back, which means it won't slide around like a greased up pig. If any of these cases that I'm going through in this list interest you, use my Amazon links to get them, as well I get a small commission and you'll be helping me out. Number 7 goes to Snugg. Now the Snugg case kind of surprised me a bit. It's a slightly above average case, as I've given it a score of 3.8 out of 5, and it reminds me a lot about the Spigen Tough Armor. In fact, the general look and design and finish of the product is slightly better than this really bad Kokomi Paladin case. Buttons on the case are decent, and the soft rubber coated back improves the handling of the iPhone, and it's really the grip on the back that makes this case slightly above average. Number 6 goes to the Poetic Affinity. This is one of my personal favorites. I like the look and design of the case. There aren't many cases that have thin strips running through the length of the clear polycarbonate. This unique design greatly improves the handling of the iPhone. It still allows you to show the color of your iPhone. The unique design greatly improves the handling of the iPhone, and the ridges along the edge of the case help with the otherwise smooth TPU. For $12, great case, but it's still an average score because, well, it's just a normal iPhone. As a rule of thumb, I try to keep my personal opinions about appearance out of the scoring system because, well, everyone's opinions about appearance is going to be different. Number 5 goes to the Poetic Revolution. This is the last Poetic case on this list, and it gets a score of 3.9 A's out of 5, which means it's the first above average case on this list. The only reason why it's above average is because, well, it comes with a built-in screen protector, so it's going to be one of the tougher cases on this list at an affordable price. Number 4 goes to the Patchworks Level. Now, I really enjoyed using the old iPhone 6 version of Level, but the iPhone 7 and 8, well, it's a little lacking in my opinion. It doesn't feel as solid as the older version as it comes in 2 pieces, but unlike most 2-piece cases, the Level doesn't add a lot of bulk to your device. I will add to the version that I've rated for this video is this darker colored one, as it comes with a soft rubber coating, which, like every other case with a soft rubber coating, greatly enhances the handling of the iPhone. Now, I'm a pretty big fan of Patchworks products, and I will say that the Patchworks, they make an incredible screen protector. It's called the ITG Silicate Glass, and it is the strongest screen protector I've ever used. In fact, the one that I installed on my 6S, I was able to use on my 7, so I've uninstalled and reused it about 5 times, and it's still going strong. So do check that out. Now, before I get to the top 3 cases, if you found this video useful, consider getting your products through my links in the description section below or through my website. It won't cost you any more, and I'll get a small commission that helps me make future videos. Number 3 goes to the Ringke Fusion. As I said at the beginning of the video, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to pronounce Ringke or Ringke or whatever it is. Ringke Fusion is the only clear case on this list that's drop rated. I've given a score 3.9 A's out of 5, and it's really the drop rating that pushes it above the other cases in this list. It doesn't handle well, and the sides are quite slick. The button and camera access is average, and the clear back will show scratches and fingerprints easily. I did give them a tiny boost in the scoring system because they did include a paper template for the custom back, so you could print something, trace it against the template, and stick it on the back of your iPhone. I know, it's just a piece of paper, but it's something that, it's so simple that I figure I give them a tiny boost in the scoring system. I think like 0.0 something, 0.12 or something, and it ended up being, but still, that's the best clear case because it's basically drop rated. Number 2 goes to the Silk Innovations Pureview. Now wait, isn't the Pureview a clear case? Sort of yes, sort of no. The back of the Pureview has a design, so it won't completely expose your iPhone color. There's kind of this hatching thing, so you can still see the color, but it's not going to be as clear as the Ringke Fusion. Now, there's an upside to this because it allows you to hide the scratches and fingerprints a little better than other clear cases. Silk Innovation has also incorporated air pockets into the corners of the case, which helps with the drop protection. The Pureview isn't officially drop rated, but I'd be pretty confident that this case could protect your iPhone from an accidental drop. In general, I'm quite impressed with Silk Innovations products, mostly because they don't seem like a company who's out to make as much money as possible. They're just kind of dedicated to making decent products and selling them at a decent price. The icing on top of the Silk Innovations Pureview is the fact that it comes with a screen protector. So for 15 bucks, you get a decent case. It's going to protect your iPhone, and you get a screen protector. There's not much more you can ask for at a $15 price point. In fact, like a lot of the $30, $40, $50, $60 price point cases don't include a screen protector. And the screen protector is such a simple thing to include. Number 1 goes to the Silk Innovations BaseGrip. If you're looking for a no-nonsense cover for your iPhone, get a BaseGrip. Like the Pureview, the BaseGrip comes with a free screen protector. Well, not free, it's included in the price, but it feels like it's free. It's not glass, but it will definitely do the bare minimum when it comes to protecting your screen in terms of tiny scratches. The standout feature of the BaseGrip is the texture of the case. Your iPhone isn't going to slip out of your hand accidentally when you have your fingers wrapped around the base. My only gripe with the case is that despite the amazing texture, it will still slide around a bit on a flat surface. But it's a steal for 12 bucks. Honestly, 12 bucks, you can't go wrong with it. Now, at the beginning of the video, I did talk about that sweet spot. So in the $0 to $15 price range, all the products that range from $10 to $15 are the ones that made it to the top 10 list. All the ones that are under $10 are just so bad, except for this one. This no-name case comes with a glass screen protector. I don't know if it's tempered glass or not, but this thing costs 8 bucks. But there's no name on this case. Like it's literally a no-name case shipped to me by some guy called Zhongxing. And like most cheap things that come from Asia, the English translations on this thing is just awful. Ultra thin design, perfect fifth body, pro-diced using environmentally friendly materials. Not materials, materials. So again, when looking at iPhone 8 cases, does a $40 case do fare much better than a $15 case? The answer is no, if all you're looking for is just something to cover up your iPhone, just to prevent tiny scratches. If you need something more, something with more dust protection or more drop protection, then yes, the $40 cases will provide that for you. But if all you're looking for is just a cover, Silk Innovation BaseGrip, this thing's awesome. I will note that, you know, as the cases get more expensive, the heavier they get, because case manufacturers try to be fancy by fusing TPU and polycarbonate together. For all the cases on this list, the build quality is noticeably poorer than other cases at different price points. You definitely know where the TPU injection points are, and the seams aren't as clean as other cases that are more expensive. So what are some of the products that were just awful? This one from eMarket called the Fashion Case. And the sticker that keeps this flat piece together, it says glass. But there's no glass on this case at all, unless I'm missing something. It's got a fairly hard cardboard thing, which is odd to me. But this is the case, and it comes in 3 parts. And these parts don't fit well. This is so tight on my iPhone 8 that I had trouble taking my iPhone 8 out of this case. And these things just kind of fell off the case, and they don't actually fit where they're supposed to. So I think this was $8. Don't get the one from eMarket. So don't, unless you're looking for a laugh. Now next on the chopping board is the Kokomi Paladin, which is this case. Anytime I see a product wrapped up in this, you know, transparent front, white back, I just don't have, my initial impression of it is that it's not going to be a good product, because I've seen so many of these cases shipped to me in these little baggies, and I see them in those markets on the side, the street vendors that have the really big boxes of cheap cases. They all come in this, and it's not a good product, the Kokomi Paladin. It has a lot of resemblance to your Spigen Tough Armors or Slim Armors, even to the Snugg case that we covered in this top 10 list, but it really looks like they try to mimic the look of fabric. You know, you've got like seams here. It's a very bad look. What's worse is that this TPU it feels very, very cheap. So the Snugg one feels kind of cheap. The Spigen's, well, not that cheap, but this one it marks up incredibly easily. So again, I don't know. The cheapest case that I got is this JetTech case, an HD clear case. I think this thing cost me $6. And as a bare minimum to prevent something from scratching your iPhone in your pockets, it does an okay job of it. The back, it's very, very flimsy. It's not, the edges are incredibly loose. And the thing that actually gets me the most is the fact that the camera cut is incredibly sharp. But it's $6, so really, what am I supposed to expect? Like, beveled? And what is up with this case from High Orange? It does look like it's something I'd get from a swag bag if I was at a refreshment convention. Like, seriously, look at it. Like, I'm expecting to see some sort of promotional 7-Up or Sprite thing on this. So if you found this video useful, again, consider getting your stuff or anything through my links. And it doesn't have to be a case. As long as you use the link and you buy something through Amazon, I'll get a small commission for whatever you buy. So it doesn't have to be just iPhone cases that you get. I think I've been talking for about 40 minutes straight. This is the last video in a string of 3. So thank you guys for watching. Questions, comments, leave them down there. Monty's ready to go to bed. This is him ready to pounce off my lap, go upstairs, and go to bed. Right, buddy? Oh. See?